Offset is fighting for his life because, well, everyone has been hating on him ever since Cardi filed for divorce. Well, maybe not everyone, because his sister and father are always going to stand up for him and fight for his right to cheat on Cardi and take her for a walk around town. However, it turns out that Ted's sister, Hennessy Carolina, is also a big mouth. For making Cardi seem bad, Hennessy did not come to play with Mr. Off to cheat Offset, so we must agree that she does not play with her sister Cardi and her nieces and nephews because she loves them. FY not only exposed Offset for mistreating Cardi, but she also implied that Offset had been mistreating Cardi's family. You all need to sit down for this. She and Cardi have made it very evident that they are each other's ride or die, which is understandable given that they grew up together in less than ideal circumstances. Hennessy has shown a deal of respect for Cardi's impending divorces and hasn't mentioned them at all. In fact, she has repeatedly defended Cardi's marriage from online trolls. Such as the time she stood up for Cardi when Hennessy responded to the trolls who were disparaging her for having a child so young, claiming that it would destroy her career. He said, "Why is anyone saying anything so mean to someone? A baby is a blessing. Why would you talk about it like it's a bad thing? My sister is such a person. It really hurts, but I'm not going to let them stress me out anymore." The only time Hennessy discusses Cardi's marriage is to defend her. But this time she is accusing soon-to-be ex-Offset of trying to intentionally harm Cardi in order to be petty. I know she's happy that no one is talking about her anymore, and she's free to go out and eat and not hide what she wants to wear. You all are probably aware of this, Cardi. It's been a hot mess for the past few weeks. And Cardi filed for divorce a few weeks ago after Offset was exposed for getting his side piece pregnant and forcing her to get rid of it. It was all very messy. And rumors have it that Hennessy was by Cardi's side the entire time, threatening to go Solange on Offset if you know Elevator. Yeah, that kind of salon. But it turns out that Cardi did not make that decision on her own. Her family allegedly pressured her to leave Offset because they knew she could do much better than Offset. And you can guess who they were. Cardi ultimately decided to leave, announcing her pregnancy the same day the divorce news broke, which was crazy and had everyone talking about it for days. At the forefront of it all is Hennessy, who, as I say, is Cardi's ride or die. Cardi, to an insider, it was probably difficult for her to watch her sister be repeatedly humiliated. And she was the one who initially began pressuring Cardi to leave Offset. When Cardi refused to budge, Hennessy then put pressure on her parents too, forced Cardi to leave, which ultimately succeeded. As you may recall, Cardi uploaded a picture of a cultural reading, and Offset's mother reposted it with the words, "Go Culture." It's to note that an insider indicated that Hennessy had been in Offset's ear long before she filed for divorce. Cardi then launched into a tirade against Offset's family, claiming that despite growing up in poverty, I received a lot of affection from my parents' side of the family and would not settle for anything less for my kids. I refuse to accept my children's phony affection. My family is doing fine, don't you think? According to reports, Hennessy persuaded Cardi that her family was sufficient and that she didn't require Offset's rude family. Based on the rudeness Offset's family has shown Cardi on social media, I can't even begin to imagine what it must have been like behind the scenes. But it appears that Cardi is truly ready to move on from Offset, which means doom for him as he isn't as wealthy as he would like to be. You all know how he says he has a lot of money, always has a stack up against his ear, and leads this extravagant lifestyle for the grams. Well, it turns out that he has been using Cardi's money all along, and now that she has moved on, he is in danger of going bankrupt? Can someone say broke boy? An insider claims that Cardi provided the majority of the family's income. She's all about investing and saving while he's all about spending extravagantly. As a result, even though they both earned some money during their marriage, a majority of their current wealth time, talking about 95% of it, comes from real estate, including a house in Atlanta where Card and the kids reside, and a house in New Jersey where Card's mother resides. Just getting both of those houses. Cardi has been trying to keep things cute, modest, and considerate with Offset. And she even denied that his affairs were the reason for the divorce. An insider provided information about this divorce, saying that without Cardi's money, Offset is nowhere near as wealthy as Hepper Trays. That man spends money like water and isn't even hot like that anymore. Cardi's top priority is getting primary custody of their 2 children. She has no ill will toward him and is wishing him the best. She is not entering this stage of her life with any drama or beef. She wants everything to be very peaceful. She has not been trying to make things difficult for him. They have grown apart, which is what drove her to make this decision more than anything else. Cardi, since he now asserts that she used this blind object to orchestrate the entire cloud event. Her bosses don't believe her fans are driven enough to keep her album on the charts. And the people who signed her are embarrassed that the moles are talking about it, which is why she was so shaken. This week, a publicity stunt is planned for the Nip Tuck female rapper's album. Hennessy claims that the first week of August is when all of this occurred. According to sources, Cardi had already planned to announce her pregnancy on the day she made the announcement and had already filed for divorce. She was awaiting the announcement, but allegedly, Hennessy thinks that Offset leaked the information as a blind item to make it appear as though Cardi was making it up. Not only is he in financial trouble due to his spending habits, but he also owes a lot of money to the IRS. It turns out that a few months prior to Cardi leaving him, he was hit with a tax lien of $1.6 million, and that wasn't the only one because he was also here. Hennessy also said that Offset is really salty because he left him as a broke boy, with another lien of $32,988 now. For someone who constantly boasts about his wealth and calls the rest of us brokies, Offset has a ton of unpaid bills piling up, and the name on this card is missing from all of that debt, so it appears to be all on him. What's more, he owes other people money. So yes, he may not be having as much fun as he wants everyone to. You guys being broke and a cheater is a crazy combination. It sounds like Card is the one with the actual bank, and Hennessy wasn't going to give him a piece of Card's money pie. He got a B, but he knows I don't show that I'm a baddie. So F how she thought I'm a baddie. Like that's how you feel. And I'm thick because I don't skip a meal. Well, even Ice Spice exposed him for attempting to smash in her song BB Bell. It was 2L when she continued her man-calling. But I thought, who did this? I'm a switchy B. I real light out like this light skin, but I'm black. You can tell by my hair. Hair. I get money. B, I'm a millionaire. Cardi knew that diss had to be about her, and she clapped back with these Bs have completely went insane. You all have too much time to catch up. So even though I'm getting all my lickbacks on my album, you can't see me in my numbers or status. You can't see me in real estate, fashion, money, or in person. I'm not in a race with any of you Bs, but I'll show you that your Cardi beefing with Ice Spice was a little bit crazy. I want Hennessy to have a Solange with him for the culture. And I love Cardi. But let's be honest, she should have left Offset after he cheated the first time to save herself the hassle. I really appreciate Hennessy for having her sisters back. But these fans have been all over the t-shirt commenting that C needs to call Hennessy so she can handle Offset like Solange did JC. And humiliation. This is an excellent illustration of never wasting time trying to improve someone's life. What do you think about it? Does Hennessy seem to be doing the right thing by spilling the tea on her sister's husband? Or is she being disrespectful? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and then at this upcoming video.